Good morning, guys. It is another weekend, so I'm going to take you guys along for our weekly prep. I am a maternity leave slash working mom slash stay-at-home mom slash entrepreneur slash I don't really know what's going on. I have 3 girls now. One's 5, one's almost 3, and one is a newborn. She's 10 days old at the filming of this video. And my husband is off this weekend. We are still on our little leave before he goes back to work. I still have quite a bit of time before I watch a little boy again, but we have a good amount of stuff planned, but a lot of just free time because with a newborn, you just never know what's gonna happen. So let's get into it. Here's Gwen. She was awake, but no, she's conked out again. Oh, maybe not. She's been doing pretty well with her sleep at night, but Sam's still sleeping on the couch for a while so that, you know, at least one of us is getting decent sleep. But she woke up like 2 or 3 times, but she's doing really, really well. Sam's making unicorn pancakes for the girls as a special treat for a Saturday morning. What do you think?
Good.
Good. Gwenny and I are just hanging out down here. She's drawing on a dry erase board. We're just trying to mellow them out a little bit. So today I'm gonna take my first outing with Gwen. I know with everything going on, we all have differing opinions, but I really want to get out of the house, and there are some things that we need that only I can pick out. Like I want some sports bras to sleep in, but I need to see them and make sure they look like they'll fit. And just a couple things for around the house that I want to get that Sam can't pick out. So I figured I'll take Gwenny because I can't leave her because I'm nursing and she doesn't take a bottle yet, and I'll just leave her in the car seat and cover her with a blanket, and I'll be masked and I think we'll be just fine. I'm going early. It's like 8 o'clock right now. So anyway, can't stay in all the time. So that's the plan. Sam's gonna hang out with the girls and I'm gonna go get some of the stuff we couldn't get at our Aldi pickup yesterday. Gwenny did well on her first trip to Target. Luckily there was nobody in there. I just covered her with a blanket. She cried a couple times, but the movement of the cart helps really well. She is I don't want to jinx it, but the best baby. I've had 3 really easy babies so far, knock on wood. I didn't think Celia was easy, but now looking back it was hard just because I was a new mom, but she did great. Yeah, it's better to take her than the 2 older ones who touch everything. She doesn't touch anything, so and I could cover her up. So I don't know, it's hard. It's a hard time, especially to have a newborn, but life still goes on, and for my sanity, I just cannot stay in the house all the time unless we were forced to. But right now we're not forced to, so every once in a while it'll be nice to get out. Just got home. I need to feed Gwen, but I'll quick show you guys what I got. Mainly we just got a few things we couldn't get at Aldi. Stuff for Labor Day and then just miscellaneous. Got some sweet corn for Labor Day. My family's coming over, my parents and my brother. Chips of all kinds. Sam also needed some to try out a cookie recipe with chips in it. Some beans. Celia needed a pencil case. Yep. We're not opening it all. So they needed a pencil case for school. Bryony, I don't know what happened to all our 3T pants, but we had none besides some really weird pattern ones. So I got some for Bryony. They were on sale. Mascara. I got this too for myself to help one area that is just not draining when I'm nursing. So I'm going to heat that up when I nurse on that side. I wanted to get a little whiteboard to put by the back door just to have a list of things to remember to bring when we walk out the door so that I don't have to think about it. It's just there. I got this M&M cookie craft activity kit for the girls for Halloween. I just snatched it up now because I don't know how often I'm going to go to Target and they may be gone. Loofah hand soap refill creamer. I like to get the petite cut carrots for the girls because they're smaller and I can never find those at Aldi. Some turkey. We've had the hardest time finding napkins, so we found those. And then just some sports bras. I shower in these. If you've breastfed before, especially when your milk first comes in, they're very sore, and so you don't want water hitting them. And when you sleep, you leak a lot, and so you need like breast pads in, at least I do. And so you need something to hold them in, and I only have 2 sports bras right now, and it's just not enough to do all of those things in between washes. So I just picked up the cheapest pack I could find. And then for Gwen, I just couldn't resist because she's barely ever gonna get anything new. So I got her this Halloween outfit, and plus she can wear the pants with other things. Super cute. So I'm currently nursing Gwen. We just got the girls laid down. Bryony naps and Celia just spends an hour in her room. I'm holding the compress on because there's this one part that's not wanting to drain, so I'm trying this out. Just a little information for you breastfeeding moms or moms who may breastfeed one day. Sometimes it gets a little like stuck in there. So hopefully that will help drain things a little bit better. Anyway, something I've posted about on Instagram, make sure you're following my Insta stories because I've been posting on there a lot. Just like funny behind the scenes, real life, what we're doing, that kind of thing. Hashtag no perfection here. I definitely try to keep things real, that it's not perfect here. I love to share what works for me, but trust me, motherhood is still hard for me. But one thing I've been doing, Gwen's 10 days old today. I've been doing this for like maybe 5 days now, right after I lay the big girls, or we lay the big girls down, or me, depending, you know, when my husband goes back to work. Then I nurse Gwen like I am right now and swaddle her up. She is swaddled right now. And then I lay her in this bassinet we have here. I'll link it below, but it's great because it has that top to it that zips, so the cat can't climb in there, the girls can't throw toys in there when she's in there, and she's protected. Just a great tool for a third baby or more subsequent children. And then I lay her down in there to nap, so we're trying to get her in the rhythm of napping during nap and quiet time. It's worked really well so far. She's napped for like 2 hours. Every baby's different, but just trying to get them on a routine, not necessarily a schedule. She's way too little to have like, you're gonna nap from this time to this time every single day, but we can do rhythms, and she knows when the swaddle goes on, that's signaling to her brain now that it's nap time or bedtime. We only use it during those 2 times. Once she's on a regular nap routine, like 3 naps a day, a morning nap, an afternoon nap, and then probably like a 3rd nap later in the day, then we'll use it for all of those times, depending on, or she'll have outgrown it if she's already rolling. But we'll put a sleep sack on then, that, you know, something to signal to her it is rest time. And it's just a great thing. They're human, babies are human, and their brains work just like ours, that certain things trigger certain behaviors. So if you put the same type of thing on your child or your baby every time it's time to sleep, their brain will learn that that's a cue to sleep. So that's something we've been doing. It's been working really well, and it's allowed me to be able to set her down, get some stuff done during nap time. This little penguin is my new best friend. It totally worked. If you're a nursing mom, I know, you know, you can nurse a different way, and that might help. You can do massage. I tried that, but it just was very stuck in there. This really helped just drain everything. And now little miss is falling asleep. And I'm gonna lay her in the little bassinet, and hopefully she'll stay asleep and take a good long nap. Gwenny is sleeping. Got my comfy robe on now. Her little squeaks are so cute. Cian is out vacuuming his car. We need to switch out Celia's car seat for a booster and then put Gwenny's base in his car. So he's cleaning that out, and then I'll go do that. I like to be the one installing the car seats because I've done it more and I'm car seat certified. So that's what I'm gonna do. But first I wanted to get started on tomorrow's vlog, which will have been last week's weekly prep. I haven't had any time to edit it. Well, I've had time, I just haven't had the urge. Normally I would wake up at 4 in the morning all week and edit, but I haven't been doing that because I've been trying to catch up on sleep, getting used to a newborn. So I'm gonna start editing that, and then when Sam comes in, I'll go install those car seats. My mission, should I choose to accept it, is to fit all of these in here, but I first need to get this undone. It is tight, but it works. So it'll go Gwenny over on the driver's side. So if Sam needs to get out to get her anything, he's right there. Then Bryony, and then Celia. I wanted Celia next to the baby just for safety's sake, but it would be nearly impossible to buckle this if she's in the middle. So that's what we're going with. Here in the office, I have about 45 minutes left. Bryony's up. The girls are just having a little Kindle time. We've been letting them have more screens than normal just during this phase, but I know once Celia starts school and everything, that'll be decreasing dramatically, but we're just giving ourselves grace during this season. So Cian's up there. Gwenny's still napping, so before she needs to eat again, I'm just gonna take some time, kind of go through my planner and plan out the next week. And I also have a whole box of Celia's school stuff I have to label so that it's ready for Meet the Teacher, which will be on Tuesday. Got all of her school stuff packed. In case you guys are wondering where we live, well, in Minnesota in general, there are basically, the governor said each district should make their own plan to have a full-on in-person schooling, a hybrid, which is like some in school, some not in school, and then a whole distance learning plan. And so depending on the amount of cases in your county, you will implement whichever plan, and it just depends on your district. So our district is doing, you know, right now the cases aren't very high, and they're prioritizing the littler kids being in school because they need it more. They need the hands-on, one-on, like, you know, person-to-person experience. And so luckily where our kids are going to go to school, they have the option of like splitting kids among different schools and spreading them out, opening walls that like can like fold shut. And so we feel pretty safe sending Celia to kindergarten, but you know, if we need to, we will pull her in homeschool or do the distance learning. Any family can choose to do the distance learning if they want, but I just, with the baby and Bryony and all the, you know, everything right now, it's just overwhelming to me to even think of where to begin. Had I had a few months to know what the school plan was going to be, maybe I would have chose that, but I just think she does so well in school. She misses people, and physical health is important, but so is mental health. And right now we feel comfortable sending her just because she will not be exposed to hardly anybody, and it'll be the exact same people every day. So yeah, that's the plan. So that's why she does have school supplies. Got all her masks labeled, and then her cute shoes ready to go. Can't believe my baby's starting kindergarten during a pandemic right after I had my third daughter. It's just like very interesting. I knew it was already gonna be interesting enough having a baby right before she started kindergarten, but our whole plan was not to have another until she went to kindergarten, especially with daycare. It just was a lot, even having 2 of my own kids at daycare. I can't even imagine having 3. And everybody's kids do different, but mine definitely are more energy and more opinionated maybe than other children, but that's what you get for half redheaded feisty girls. I am getting my planner set up for next week. I'm going to be trying some different ways of planning now that we're trying to get into a new routine, and I will be filming like how I plan in my simplified planner, but I want to kind of try it out before I do that, so that, you know, I'm not giving you guys something that I do for a week and then switch it up. So I'm just making stickers right now. These are all Erin Condren stickers I've had for a long time, because in the bottom I usually do like stuff I'm going to do like early in the morning, since this doesn't have before 6, and I may not be getting up. We'll see. I don't know yet. Just depends. And then I also do PM, like just like our, you know, do what laundry I'm going to do, setting out a strew for the next day, that kind of thing. So I'm just getting those ready right now. Good morning. Good Sunday. What is that face? Oh, cutie pie.
Did you poopy? You poopy. You poopy.
It's Sunday. We were with my parents last night. Didn't show much, but we just had dinner and talked like we normally do.
Mama, marry someone.
I married Papa. We don't have much of anything planned today. I'm not even dressed yet, but San is probably going to take the girls somewhere just to get them out of the house so they can, you know, play or do whatever. But it stormed last night, so I don't really know. A donut place? Maybe. We'll have to see. But I'll probably just stay home with Gwen, trying not to take her too many places and
Maybe
still
5
get used to
places a
everything.
day.
5 places a day. I edited the vlog this morning, so last week's vlog for you guys is up. Yeah, nothing too crazy going on here. It is just my favorite part of motherhood is watching them love each other. It's something I didn't expect when we went from 1 to 2 and now from 2 to 3. It's just the sweetest, especially since Celia's older now and you truly understand babies and how miraculous they are, don't you?
Miraculous?
Miraculous, like they're miracles, right? Can you believe she was in my belly?
Warm gravy.
We've been trying to spend a lot of time in the playroom. It's been working really well for the most part. It does get pretty messy, but I've been trying to really minimize how many toys are out at one time. They've got their Duplos, just some like baby stuff and blankets, and then their cook area, chef area, but in a dollhouse, but that's pretty much it. I've shared this on Instagram, but I've been trying to get kind of like a ideal schedule laid out of like what our goal is once Gwen is sleeping consistently. So the girls are giving us food and I'm just kind of adapting this because I found out Sill's school bus will be coming at 7:15, so that's way earlier than I thought. So I'm just kind of figuring this out. It's not going to be perfect, and I'm definitely not waking up at 4 for a while, but I would love to get up at 5 though and do my miracle morning. It's just I love waking up before the girls, so we'll see. But I'll be sharing like a day in the life once we get to this point.
How are we gonna do this?
We have these LEDs that are supposed to last 20 years and they burn out all the time. So Sam's probably gonna take the girls to go get some and maybe go get a special treat. Sam just left with the girls to go get donuts as a special treat. We've been doing lots of special treats, I feel like, but we just have to survive this time and they've been needing to get out. And I just don't feel ready to go all out together yet. Like if Gwen starts crying and stuff, I'd just rather keep her home. Plus it's safer. And then they're gonna go get some light bulbs. Cause I'm like, what could they go get that we've been needing? Light bulbs. I'm gonna eat breakfast. I haven't eaten yet. It's almost 10, like that's unheard of. And I'm gonna just get a couple things done. I wanna get their bedding switched out. We just did ours the other day. And then pay bills if I have time before they get back. One other thing I want to do is order a new coffee table, but instead of a coffee table, we're going to do an ottoman, a square one. The girls just love to climb on this and jump off, and I really don't care if they jump off furniture. Like we have these mats we set out and they'll like stand on the couch and jump off. I don't care, honestly. That's just like a rule in our house. Like I don't like them jumping on the couch, but they can jump from the couch to the floor. Especially in the winter, we need like some movement that they can do. But this table is just not sturdy enough. It's wobbly. They try to step on this part and it's super flimsy. It's a pretty coffee table, but it's just not functional for our family with 3 little girls. So I want to get like a square ottoman. I just don't know if I want to do navy or like a light gray. Those are the 2 options I'm looking at because our walls are light gray. I don't want it dark gray to match the couch. But I thought like a navy would be pretty too. But is that like too much blue going on? So we got blue in our rug. We've got blue here. This is navy. But I don't want like white. So I like the navy because it's darker. It would hide more. But we could also do the lighter gray. It would kind of lighten things up a little bit. I don't know. What are your thoughts? First, I'm going to tackle Celia's bed. And done. She likes to have this like sleeping bag thing for her doll, and then we usually put this blanket up. She likes it to cover this part of her bed, but for now it looks good. And now I'll tackle Bryony's. that's done. She brought her pillow and stuff downstairs this morning, so I'm just gonna throw their bed linens in the wash. I got out a bunch of like kindergarten and school books to read with the girls this week because Celia has 1 week before she starts school, so I just want to kind of get that in their brain. I don't know if we'll read all of them, but then I got out a bunch of our fall books. I have them all organized in the playroom, so that's great. I really want to start this week just doing like our preschool time and our routines. I know Celia will normally be gone at that time, but I just want to kind of get Bryony into the routine and get them used to eating breakfast earlier this week so that, you know, once school starts, we've been in that mode for a week and it's not like brand new shock to the system. Granted, they're up early, but not necessarily raring and ready to go by 7. So that's the plan. I'm gonna sit down and pay some bills and knock that out because I don't know when they'll be back. On his way home with the girls. I got everything done on the computer I need to do, so during nap I just want to get stuff ready for the preschool time this week. Plan for the week with San, like just go over our plans together since he does go back to work. And then I can't remember, but those are, and my Sunday basket. I think those are the 3 main things. So I'm just gonna get some lunch ready while they're driving home. Just a simple dip lunch for the girls. Just pretzels with hummus, carrots, they can also dip in the hummus, strawberries, blueberries, and then yogurt with granola, which they can also mix like all these things together if they want. They ended up not being able to eat the donuts in the store just for time's sake, so they brought them home. The girls are each gonna have frosted ones for snack, and we're seeing got some caramel apple ones for us. I'm so excited to try these. San made the most delicious roast earlier this week, so I'm just having that for leftovers. This is the gravy I'm gonna pour on top. All 3 girls are resting / napping, and so we're gonna sit down and go over our planners for the week. We kind of fill them out on our own and then come together. I mean, we know like the main things going on, but you know, he has ideas of things he wants to get done. Same here, we just want to be on the same page, especially since he's going back to work. So we'll just be talking about that and making sure we're all on the same page. You guys, this thing right here doesn't work very well. I just spent like 20 minutes going through the whole house looking for my sheet that says all my strews so I can plan for the week. And look where it is. Right here in a pocket in my planner, so I could easily find it. My brain doesn't work. Who else's brain just doesn't work anymore? Does anybody else wear a robe around the house? I don't know what it is. I just get really cold. I am in the not the basement. I'm in the playroom, and I'm gonna get our curriculum cart set up for preschool time. We're gonna start that this week and just ease into it, no pressure, but just have like a little activity for the girls to do every day, something to talk about. We'll start doing our calendar and feeling and all that kind of stuff just to get into a routine. It's mostly just gonna be me and Bryony and the baby for the next 2 months, and then a little boy will be with us, but that's pretty much it. And while I'm doing that, Santa's testing out a new recipe for a back to school cookie, correct?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what I really want to incorporate. It kind of like it's inspired by like the kitchen sink. Kind of just throwing just a lot of stuff in there that you would think of like when you go back to school, like peanut butter stuff, or chocolate chip cookies, or oatmeal cookies, maybe potato chips. I don't know.
Interesting. So thankfully, quite a while ago, I set up our board, so I'll have our letter of the week or month, depending whoever our leader is. It'll either be Celia or Bryony, which right now, I guess it will just be Bryony. I don't really know. Haven't thought that through so much. Our question of the day, our feeling card. I will link to past Funshine Express curriculum videos so you can see how I use this. Pretty much gonna be doing the same thing as I did when I did daycare, except just with my 3-year-old, who soon to be 3-year-old. And then I set this up. Our pesky cat, when we were in the hospital, I guess tried to eat this, so that's kind of messed up, but we'll just have to make do. We've got our weather chart, our calendar that I'll set up, and then we've got our thing to put our number, color, and shape, and then our word wall words. And then I had already gone through and opened up my starter box that you get and like put all like the games and stuff in here, all our number cards, all of our letters for the month, calendar pieces, and so on and so forth, and then all the craft materials so I could just grab them. And then I've also got this little container here which has all, it kind of got messed up, but it's got all of our weather pieces that go on the weather chart, and they already have the Velcro on them. We've got our Alpha Block book, which has seen better days. I need to duct tape it back together, but we love using this for learning the letters and the sounds. And then basically just the stuff we use every day. And then I've got our pieces for the calendar. I already had gone through and set up like what crafts we're doing which day, since we're starting a week later than what, you know, the Funshine stuff starts. So I went through and did like what we're doing for circle time each day, movement, songs and rhymes, and our craft, and if we're going to do any kind of activity. I don't know that we'll do all this every day. I'm just going to kind of see how much Bryony can handle, but that is the plan. I plan to do like an hour a day, but you know, I'm just going to kind of go with what she wants and what she's interested in. And then I've got all the books that I already showed you, and then I also have a bunch of books that we recently got, like for the first day of school, some Berenstain Bears books, some Usborne books, and then just some books we have to read from the library before we give them back on Thursday. So I'm just gonna go through and set up Monday through Friday for our first week. So what I always do is open all of the little bins, and then I just go through and, you know, pull the different letters, the different crafts and stuff, and just plop them in with our books and anything else we will need for each day. Okay, I've got everything set out. Basically, I have 2 books we'll read at the start of our preschool time. Got our workbook here. Craft. We're learning the number 1, so I've got our little tree to put up on the board. A card. We're learning the letter A, so I have our little rhyme. And then I also have our feeling card that's I'm actually going to take out because I'm going to put that up now. And then our question of the day. So I just did that for all these, just anything that we need for the week. And then I'm going to put all these things up on the boards and kind of get their journals started. And then I also am going to be reading 2 books during snack every day. So I just went through and picked out like 1 school related book and then like a fall related book or just any kind of book, and we'll do 2 a day. But I'm going to put these upstairs since we have snack upstairs, so I'll just take 2 off the top each day, and then we're reading 4 books, plus they read before nap and before bed, so, and throughout the day, so we're getting lots of reading in as well. Well guys, this room has changed 5 bazillion times in the last 5 years, but I think I have it how I want it to start the school year at least. I'm sure it will change, but it is a great room for adapting. There's lots of challenges with this room, but there's lots of benefits of it. So I'm just gonna take you guys on a quick tour of what I'm doing. So we have our rug here. This will be our circle time area where we read, we sing, we do stuff like that. I might actually flip it around so that we can see the board to know like the question of the day and the feeling, but I might even just rip those off and bring them over here for circle time. And then I decided to split the tables up because I just have the 2 girls this week, and then after that it's just Bryony and the baby. The baby obviously can't sit in the chair, so this table will be just like a play table where they can play at it. Right now they've been doing Duplos. We can always pull another chair over. I just don't like to have a bazillion chairs in here because then they get wild with them, and so I have the extra bin here we can just push under the table. Here I've got our cart of stuff. I have extra books that I want to make sure we read over the next month, so I just leave those here. And this is just like clipboards and daubers and glue and color pencils and crayons. Over here is just our reading area, like I said, and then they can sit here if they want, or they can look out the window. There's a little cat's area. Here's just a little reading area, or they can play up here. I can never put a table or anything in front of here because they will try to climb up. So I never want to like encourage that. I'm always in here for the most part when they're playing in here, but I just don't want to encourage that or give them any ideas. I moved the kitchen area over here. I don't know if I'm going to love this table just floating here, but they might do well with it. But it's like when they're playing with the food, they need somewhere to put it because they don't just cook, they always bring it to you. So I have this little placemat here. There's a dollhouse up there they have not been very interested in, so I'm deciding if I'm going to keep it because we have 3 dollhouses in this house in various places. And then over here will be our preschool time table where we do crafts, where we, you know, do our workbooks and stuff like that. I changed out our magnet board with princesses, and I didn't like that the tables were blocking that, so now they can actually use that. We've got this board set up with the letter A and things that start with A. Tomorrow Celia will be our line leader. We've got our question of the day and our feeling card. I set up the calendar. I have all the days so far flipped, and then all the days for the week are backwards so that we can, you know, figure out the pattern, the color, and the number that will be on this. So we're learning sequences, patterns, identifying colors and shapes and numbers, and so every day we'll just figure that out and flip it over. But I have it up for the whole week. Got the calendar board ready, and then I got our word wall ready. These we will do as we learn them. So yeah, guys, that is our room right now as it stands, but hopefully it'll work out well. I wrote down everything on this little whiteboard like I showed you guys yesterday of stuff that we want to bring with us, and I want to hang it right here next to the back door, but it's magnetized and I can't find any 3M products that I have to easily hang it up without wrecking the walls, so I'll have to put those on the list to buy. But this is just going to be what I hang up. So like, always want to have the diaper bag, diapers, make sure we have diapers for both girls. Bryony's so close to potty training, but I'm just overwhelmed right now, so I don't really want to try super hard right now. Once Celia's in school for a few weeks, then we will potty train for sure. Any lists of things we need to buy, because I always forget that. Wipes, a burp cloth, my nipple shield if I'm still using it right now. I am weaning off, but if I need it I will bring it. Snacks, potentially, water, my keys, and our mask, so that way before we leave we can make sure we have everything. A little sneak peek of this test run. Smells amazing. This video is already super long, so I'm just gonna end it here. We're just gonna wrap up nap time, hang out as a family, give the girls baths after supper, and then lay them down. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribed if you haven't already. Follow us both on social media. I'll have the links below. I'm at Sarah WLG. I post a lot of stuff behind the scenes, a lot of motivation, real life talk about being a mom. I definitely don't try to ever glamorize being a mom because it can be really hard. So I just love the community I have been growing over on Instagram. Where can they find you?
I have 3 accounts actually. My main one is at SanWLG. That's like a touch of everything. Cookie company is DoughDaddy MN, and then I have a foodie account, MedCity_mouthgasm. I am being more active on that one now too.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.